Mark, you're muted if you got something quippy to say.
No, hey, that's not a bath.
You find a steaming pile of something that probably came from your own animals. He's trying to like do a push-up while Roger's sticking his foot and pushing him back down in it. Roger's laughing while drinking from his flask. He finally turns the flask upside down. Fuck. There better be a tavern in there.
Looks like one.
Okay.
I mean, that's the goblins, right? They got a goblin out front as like decoration or something.
Roger's been drinking all day and is now peeing on the back of Valen's head.
I'm
Yep.
gonna have to muck that side up again.
Fucker tried to kill us.
Yep.
All right, back in you go. What? It's a horror. This is what Valen says as you dump him back into the prisoner wagon. The peeing was a bit much, but you do know that Roger's got a bit of an edge to him. It might be all the soldiering that he did. Could also be that he's turned to drink to deal with a lot of his problems.
He might be hammered.
Yep. He goes stumbling back after his hard work towards the doorway. Radimer is talking briefly with the Countess as the whole group of them is coming in.
What is Barrick's gaze penetrating? Does he?
He's shaking his head. We should not mistreat them. It was not long ago that we were in chains.
It's not the same thing.
Old Whitey is, you still are. You just can't see him.
He's a coward. Tried to kill us.
Roger goes in. No trouble. I'm not looking for any trouble, just looking for drink. Comes over and sits
Hey,
down.
over here! And then back to Gnomish.
Yep. The group of you comes in, and a man is descending from the upstairs. He's kicking a goblin down the stairs that wasn't walking fast enough for him. Get you moving! Get! Ah, friend, countrymen. We don't get many humans here. Welcome to my establishment. Welcome to the Half-Tower, milady. Oh, yes. I would like a warm seat by a fire, if you do not mind. It is a warm day, but you'll get first slice of the pies. I'll be with you, despicables, in a moment, is what he says. As he puts his arm up and took the Countess's arm, and he seemed to give Arlen and Sam just the dirtiest look.
That's fine.
Get out of my way! Can't you see that humans are walking here? Halfling. You notice the Countess makes small talk with him as he brings her over. Her guard is not leaving her side.
Yeah.
We should probably not leave her alone, says Arlen, as he goes wheeling his way through. Come along, Undwin.
You yell if you need anything.
Okay, you can't hear what Paul is saying, but you can see the rest of your company is, Yes, sit where you like. Ooh. The guy looks at you. Sees the the almost 8-foot guy walk in. No trouble.
Okay. Oh, he's like, look at that one.
You're pointing at the minotaur.
Pointing at the minotaur. Who's he?
Yeah, I don't know. How do we get a drink around here? Yells Roger.
Yeah, the little, you either talk to the nice lady over there or the goblins.
Fucking goblins. Eventually she comes over. Hello, gentlemen. Sorry, we're a little light-staffed here. What can I do you for? She doesn't seem too intimidated by the group.
Well, no, Sam's sitting down. It's on the table. Sam is like not. Sam's not paying attention to Zetha. He's paying attention to the Minotaur.
The Minotaur is paying attention to large plates of meat and food that he is chowing down, and he's spilling beer all over himself as he drinks.
We should get whatever he's having. Same thing.
Several plates of meat, and I'm assuming you want some of the meat pies. I don't think they're out yet.
And something to drink would be good.
She nods. Not a picky lot. Great.
No.
Great, I'll make all the decisions then, she says, annoyed, as she she wanders off. I said clean the table. Not rub the dirt in. Just little goblins serving everywhere. Radimer and Latara sit down at a different seat and seem to be fine, just sort of melding into the background. Well, I'm sorry for the state of things, you know. Help is hard to find. There's a war on, you know. The Countess told me that, was she talking to you about quarters? I really don't think, and I don't advise you staying here. We only got one floor. It's partitioned by, carpets and some false walls and such. This place was never rebuilt, and I never had the resources to rebuild it. I'd take that Countess to a proper establishment. We'll be staying here. Well, don't blame me if you get filth fever or some sort of, contagion from sleeping beside all them demis.
This guy has such a fetish for, there's like troglodytes or something. Like this man has such he's got she-dwarf weekly magazines in his bathroom or something.
I'm sorry about that. Don't let these goblins fret you too much. If you need anything here, sir, what was your name? Fink. Mr. Fink and your lady friend here, just ask old Paul. Paul the human. All right, Paul. Will this do for a night for me and my retinue? Yeah. I also, some of the goblins, fucking hard to teach them Imperial Common, let alone some common sense. Well, someone told you got some horses out back? Yes. And something strange? Yes. Well, all right. We'll add that to your bill. Don't worry about your gold now. I trust you, common kin and all.
Fucking Paul the human. Fuck you, Paul.
Fine. Don't worry, I'll make sure that the nice warm pies as they come out of the oven. That half-orc, I swear the gods gift them in strange ways. If necessary, I can have someone taste it before we serve it to you. That will be all right. My god will protect me. Yes, Five-Faced God protects us all, he says really loud.
Xorbinius!
He glances over the table, and then there's this scornful look at the table of... He's scolding the goblins for the shitty job they're doing cleaning the table. Do you want to end up in the stockades outside with your friend? No, we'll get some clean water. Looks like you pissed in it. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. The help these days. He goes and explains how it's hard to find good help and how these goblins are just an infestation. He explains to them that if one of them has insulted him, he can get rid of it for him. The goblins are relatively cheap.
Okay. Don't worry, be civil. Punch the keeper involved.
All right, so you soon find that some warm meat pies, as well as apple and cherry pies, are served to you. They are the best pies you've ever had. Maybe the halfling folk, Sam, remembers pies from. Well, you didn't have a hat like a hobbit
rock.
Yeah, okay, no.
Like rubble pie.
Never mind. These are the best. These are the best pies you've had.
Eat your gravel pie and like it.
Mortenzie probably eats a whole pie himself. It is some sort of like liver and kidney with a weird spice and a nice crust and a sublime gravy.
Okay. After he eats, he's gonna quickly down his drink and try to hunt down rats for the Tara.
Okay. Are you doing it inside or outside?
Inside. He'll do it inside.
Okay, where are you going to hunt rats? There's a staircase that leads up.
He will go down because rats are like the dark and down.
Okay, so you end up in the cellar, and the cellar is actually there is a staircase that leads up from the cellar as well. There are some twisting tunnel-like rooms. Like there are no hallways; they're all just sort of attached rooms with doors in odd places. But there's a kitchen and the storehouse for this place down there. And there has to be another dozen goblins, and you notice that this half-orc does go down into the basement as he's bringing pies up out of the oven. Can I help you?
Oh, I am looking for rats.
You saying I use rats in my pies?
No, do you use rats in your pies?
Of course not. That's disgusting.
Someone might like rats in their pies.
Paul's probably telling lies again.
Who is Paul?
The owner of this
Who
damn
is the
place.
liar? Paul.
Paul the human. He's proud of it.
Oh. I have a human too. He is also my owner.
Okay, he doesn't disagree with you, or... you do notice that under his apron he does have a placard.
Ooh. So do you have rats here?
I hope not. The goblins have been doing their job.
I will look for you. I am a good rat catcher.
He do as you like.
Thank you.
The goblin hole's down there.
Oh, yes, okay.
You see this
Goblins and
little
rats.
door kind
Goblins
of...
and rats.
you find this little door that's sort of built into a crack that has developed in the place, and you open the door, and a single whiff suggests that the goblins might live in the sewers, or some sort of sewage drain or storm drain that has opened up to here. They've turned it into a home though. Like there's an actual door with a hinge.
Ratland. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, give me a survival check as you've gone down into the storm drains beneath beneath this place. You could see that there are a hodgepodge of like nest-like dwellings that the goblins live in.
Okay, just give me a second here, and I will find my.
And it's pretty dirty.
Yeah, plus. Okay.
Now let's see if Mortenzie finds something. We'll roll a random encounter because I'm gonna go to some place that's dangerous. We'll say 10%. 10 or lower, there is an encounter. Nope.
All right.
All he's going to encounter is Dookie down there.
He got a 13 on his roll.
Okay.
Dookie.
You end up catching not rats but a bunch of like house mice. Like little tiny mice, but like a whole handful of them.
It will do. It will do. Like popcorn.
By this point, the rest of the caravan has put the horses in such a way and are coming inside.
The best part of being me is being able to eat more pie.
Yeah, Sam's like, they're awfully slow to feed more pies, so he decides to go looking for pies. And that's when you get a good glance at the rest of the inn. You notice that Karnuk the baker is being intercepted by Paul, who is explaining to offer the pies to these fine people at this table before the others. Karnuk looks like this is a common thing. Unwin looks like he's had his fill of pies of various varieties. He's kind of pushing stuff around his plate in front of him, and looks like he's undone his belt a little bit. There are goblins everywhere and a massive hearth.
This table is getting pies first. Sam's going to sit down at this table and start helping Unwin with his plate.
There is a crest that can be barely visible, kind of blackened by fire, that has been carved or etched and carved into the stone at the back of the hearth. It looks like some sort of like a noble heraldic device.
Oh. Hey, Unwin.
Huh? He burps a little bit. It's like a kid burp. I'm not going to try to do that. I'd probably puke if I tried to do look like.
What's that say?
I think that's the royal sigil of some past king of Vaed and Vade. You see the stag on the right-hand side? That's Vaed. You know, the Forest Kingdom that we just came through? Well, it's a duchy now, but, you know.
Oh, okay.
And the other side is the bull, the bull of Vade.
So it's a stag and a bull.
Yeah, a long time ago there was a crazy knight, and his descendant became king through brute force, and their family sigil was a bull. One of the myths is that one of these guys ran out of horses in this battle, so he slapped armor onto a bull and rode it into battle, and won.
What about the stag?
Stags are in forests. Something about a white stag, purity, something like that.
Oh. So,
Yeah, well, the bull knight died because bulls don't make good mounts, and, well, he wanted an angry one because it could fight, and, well, that thing, I think, trampled him.
yeah, don't get trampled by your mount. That's probably
Yeah.
maybe one, yeah.
Yeah. But he won, and his son ruled.
Yeah.
Ruthlessly, I think.
You see
Anyway.
the one that had the castle fall on him?
Nope. That would be his ancestors, I guess. Maybe his son. I forget. It's a long time ago. Why so many questions?
No reason. Sam steps up from the table. Unwin's plate is empty.
Yep. Thanks, he says. You notice Arlen having polite conversation with the Countess. Hey, don't be bothering the Countess, says this wall. You can sit on the other side. Out of sight.
All right.
You're almost big enough that you might be able to fight that minotaur. That'd be fun to watch, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it, boy? No, not really. Yeah, it'd be fun. There's a lot of fun around here. A lot of coin to be made in the pit of the stone bear. What are you gawking at? I'm having a conversation with a lad here. Giving him some education. Now get! That's right. You always gotta remember there. You might be smaller than him, but we're the ones that that are the law around here. We're the ones in charge.
Sure.
Yep. It's good to be human.
I guess it could have been a chance.
Don't fall into their nonsense.
So this is the bar, or is this is the stairs?
These are stairs that lead up and down. There is a place to go down, and then there's stairs that lead down.
Okay. To punch or not to punch? We're having a great
Yeah,
philosophical debate.
The top of the big barrels, you do see there are glasses and plates, like people can stand around them if you want. You notice that the Inquisitor's having a good look at you.
Sam will wave cheerfully.
Do you want a beer, hun?
Yeah.
Okay. She puts a stein in your hand and then just moves on. What now?
Nothing more than to gaze upon your beauty.
Do you want something or not, Thiebler? Oh, how I've waited
Sam's
for
going
you
to sit down with Thiebler.
Waited for you to ask me that question.
I don't have time for this right now. We're busy.
Perhaps later, then.
Mayhaps, my love. Oh, she wanders away.
You're
Don't bother the customers. Well, I'm trying to shoot my stuff.
you got some book learning for a goblin?
Booklet, huh? Oh, you're large. Hello there, friend. Feeble is the name. They call me the Lark, because I'm so fun to be around. They also call me the Green Elf.
He rolls his eyes.
Humans.
So are you?
Well, sort of. Learned, yes. Green, yes. Elf? No. But,
He flicks the top of his ears.
my ears are longer than that of an elf. Oh.
Does that make you a goblin or some other, like, a fae thing?
Why is everyone so concerned about what you are around here, not what you do?
Alright, then what do you do?
I seem to have lost my muse. Well, found my muse, but I don't seem to be able to perform.
So, like, perform, or like, perform?
Oh, don't be so crude. If she'd give me, 5 minutes in a closet, I'm sure that we could arrange something. She's never had goblin before.
I don't know if she's your type. Or maybe the other way around.
She doesn't know her own beauty. But yes, what I do. Yes, I was purchased by a thespian and a playwright.
Playwright is the guy that makes the plays, right?
Correct, there, sir. I see you're as large as you are deficient in intelligence.
I've got a... Don't worry, I've got a class power. That means I don't need int to use my feats.
Yes, well, when I helped my friend, the old playwright, with a few of his plays, I even wrote a couple of them for him, he decided to grant me my freedom. It might have been during a drunken bout of self-pity, but, here we are.
So you don't do nothing?
Well, I do a little here, do a little there. It's not hard to make money. Of course, if you're fun, and you know how to make money.
When does the fun start?
Oh, around here it's all about killing and war. Well, there's brothels. They sure know how to make money. I'd rather use my, well, I suppose they use their... well, I'd rather use my charm.
If that was your charm, it didn't seem to work very good.
No, I know. I've been at a loss. I just can't seem to get her out of my mind.
Sense motive. Is dude just horny, or is he like... or is he actually charmed? He's very weird. 10. This is very weird.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Most of the money for our kind to make around here, well, there's labor, there's fighting. I'm pretty sure you could put those big meat hooks of yours to good use in the pit of the stone bear.
I'm thinking about punching the bull guy.
He might be a little drunk. Maybe that's why.
He laughs at you. I wouldn't be doing that if I were you. His axe is much bigger than yours, and he's got horns.
I thought they said something about fair fights.
Yeah, one-on-one is fair around these parts. Humans.
So you could do the talking stuff, yeah?
Yeah? But if only I could talk my way into her heart.
Can you like
Sorry. Sometimes NPCs that I play are so pathetic.
so you could be like one of those guys that talks to the crowd and says how awesome you are and gets everybody like excited?
Oh, you mean like a bard? Sure. Yeah, I do that. It's a good way to earn coin. Especially, they don't mind a loquacious, bald-headed green elf to introduce all of the demis and lesser races in their parlance.
Yeah, I think we already have a loquacious, so it'll be fine.
Hey, thanks for the cheer, man. Go.
Yeah. So if you're gonna fight, I'm only a small fee to, get all of the, a bunch of the crowd. Can't promise the soldiers, although the soldiers really do like a good shit-kicking.
So do the soldiers ever fight, or are they always, like, watching?
Yep. Sometimes the soldiers who are being disciplined can forego certain types of discipline by going into the pit. It's also used as a way to punish criminals and to get rid of unwanted slaves.
Are they always to the death, or you got, like, normal sportsmanship style, kind of,
Not all humans are that barbaric. You gotta say your terms beforehand, man.
Then I definitely want to punch the... then I definitely want to punch the bull guy.
Yeah, well, he's been known to kill, Have you been a gladiator long? You don't even have your marks.
I died, so I got new skin.
Huh?
I
That
died.
might be worth it, Tail. Next drink's on me. Wouldn't mind hearing it.
I guess you end up.
All right.
Yep. Mortenzie comes up from the basement with a bag full of half-dead mice. What are you doing down there? You're worse than the goblins. You stink. Get out of here. Get over to the other side. That one, at least he knows what rung in the animal kingdom he's part of. Excuse me, I gotta make sure you didn't mess up anything.
Paul, dude, you're gonna wake up and there'll be like a turd in your bed, and it will be Mortenzie, and nobody will have sympathy.
Mortenzie walks up to Latara with the bag,
Yep.
like, quietly, and just goes, meow.
She takes the bag, knowing what it is. Thank you, Mortenzie.
Yes.
Get yourself
Yes.
something to drink, she says as she gives you a gold coin.
Yay! He goes off to the back of the table. Mortenzie can drink now. He waves a gold piece in Roger's face as if Roger couldn't get one.
Roger's already drinking. What the fuck are you going on about? All you gnomes, your damn gibbering's giving me a headache.
There's gnomish tittering, like intentionally to sound like we're talking about Roger, like it's intentional.
I'm just gonna see if Edward likes languages. He's got 3 ranks in linguistics. He knows Halfling. He might be learning Gnomish left. He's been really quiet and he's been paying attention to your words.
Like every 10 sentences, Widget says a thing to him in like common, and then like he's part of the conversation. So
okay. Roger's been drinking all day, so he probably gets really drunk first. He ends up kind of tipping over a bunch of shit and then wandering upstairs to go sleep it off.
So,
like some fucking gnomes kind of thing, and tapping Gnome Slayer's heavy crossbow and like getting all pissed off. But as he stumbles up the stairs, he probably realizes that he's had enough.
So, does your fellow do sort of non-lethal duels?
Non-lethal? Look at him. He's made for war. At least slaughtering one-on-ones. I don't know. You get him mad, sometimes he just sees red. Or at least that's how I like to picture it, says Mr. Bilk. I'd probably want to pick on someone your own size. No offense. Unless you got a death wish. Maybe make some money off a death wish. And you guys got a death wish?
I do. But Xorbinius says no. He always says no.
The voices in my head say don't do it.
What's a Xorbinius?
Oh no, you did not do that, says Edward.
Xorbinius is his muse, or his grand inspiration, or his like a tumor kind of thing.
Yeah.
Xorbinius is all. Xorbinius is wise. Xorbinius speaks to me in my sleep and tells me all the wonderful things that
you see that part of his head where it's not really round? I think that's what caused it.
Ah, you got hit on the head, huh?
Many, many times.
They got medics, but they tend not to give us demis the best medics. You probably want to go to Vatapul if you're going to find a proper healer.
Yeah, and our medic's a necromancer. Or our medic is the one with no legs.
Ooh, that guy over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of looks a little pale. So, I can help arrange a fight if you want. Of course, for a small fee. Wait, all of you are gladiators?
Pretty much any of us could murder the hell out of you if you really needed to.
I'm glad I ate. Because the meat pies are good. Mortenzie is funny. Thank you, Xorbinius, for jokes. More meat pie, please.
Oh my, that was actually quite amusing. Is he going to be all right?
Never.
Time will tell. Failies?
Yeah. You should probably fight in the pit of the stone bear.
It's actually occurred to me that I'm gonna have to come up with an alternate personality for Mortenzie the day he gets hit with a heal spell and his insanity is cured. Who the hell's Mortenzie? What are you talking about?
What is a Mortenzie?
Why am I here?
Right. If only.
Or maybe he's not insane, he's just weird.
You could be born that way. You know, I don't know if healing fixes things you were born with.
Or maybe Xorbinius is real.
So, question. Let's say you have a gimpy leg. You're born with a gimpy leg, you get surgeries to correct your leg, You then cast a regenerate spell. Does your leg go back gimpy?
These are the questions that you
Like,
will.
You have web toes.
You
You
take-
fix your web toes.
None of you are
cast
willing to take
spell.
those flaws at character creation, so you'll never know.
Damn it. I'm pretty certain. Normally, our fights are arranged through the tall, pale, and creepy over there.
The Minotaur slams his hand finally into the top of the table.
What are they saying about me?
Easy there, big guy, easy there. They're not saying anything specifically about you, but they are inquiring as to, how to arrange fights in the pits.
Which one of them's
never
gonna
say-
fight me?
No one wants to
He
fight
pushes the
you.
table off to the side and kind of like almost bull rushes up to the table, stepping over Mr. Bilk.
I'm pretty certain. Well, in the pit, we'd probably put somebody up against you if you want.
Which one? I want to have a look at them.
Either Lumpy or the tall guy.
Goblins scatter as Gan moves over here to have a look.
Which one of you is lumpy?
Yeah, I notice a few people kind of nervous, hands on pommel of swords and reaching for crossbows. These two actually have pistols at their belts and long arms that are leaning against the wall. You do notice them moving their hands down to their pistols.
Shoot bangs.
This guy goes hobbling away between some of the barrels.
Which one is this lumpy?
No! Leave him alone! Gets in between them.
Okay.
Can't you see he's with child?
Huh?
Crap, why can't I move my guy?
Ugg stands up. You want to be here. Okay.
Yes, I don't know why he's not responding.
So, excuse me, Feebler.
It's okay again, it's okay.
Which one is lumpy?
The one with the extra arm.
Ugg's just looking at him. Like, he's not going to back down from this.
No, Ugg, no. Think of the baby.
He snorts at Mortenzie. He hates that reference. Of course, Ugg's got his tiny third arm, and Mortenzie thinks that there's a baby coming out of Ugg.
Ugg's like, shut up. Which one of you's going to face me in the pit?
We haven't arranged the fight quite yet.
Quiet! I want to know.
Oh, I kind of want to punch him, but only if we're not trying to kill each other.
You see, you try to run
You try to run an established business, try to cater to their needs, and they're always just having pissing contests. Says Paul to the two other humans.
Did Gan finish his drink?
Kinda. Like there's about a third left at the bottom of one of the flagons.
Widget will finish his flagon for him.
Oh, okay.
Which one of you will face me?
No one wants to fight Moo. You. I said you.
This one! I will crush this one beneath my hoof.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Mortenzie will fight him.
Turns around.
So, this one must be the tall one. Ah.
How big are minotaurs? And how tall are you?
They're large, but I think they're like, I think he outweighs me by like 300 pounds, but the height should be somewhat similar.
Yeah.
It might be 10 feet.
Sam may be in trouble. This one's clearly a master of the obvious.
Sam might be in trouble because Adam has no idea how many hit dice, in addition to Minotaur, this Minotaur has.
That's the thing. Pretty sure Sam can be a Minotaur. Not one with a name, though.
Not one.
Yeah, he's
Sam
about
be Minotaur
he's about
number 3. Of course he can. Can he?
he's
be
about
Gan?
9 feet tall, maybe 1,200 pounds.
Oh, he outweighs me by 800 pounds. 8 feet tall, or just shy of 8 feet tall. You
Name your weapon.
bare hands.
He doesn't mind fighting with.
He's got horns, so
Yep.
he should be cool.
Are you some sort of kick puncher?
I prefer punch as opposed to kick punch, but
He actually turns around and looks at.
It's his funeral. He is unbranded though. He'll have to get branded.
Unbranded.
I told you my brand is. Actually, it was the other guy. I told the other guy, my brand was on my old skin. This is my new skin.
First fight whelpling. I will kill him first, and then I will step on that one.
Points to Mortenzie.
So it's a non-lethal match, right?
Let's one at a time there. Again, healing in between the two matches.
May I have a word with you outside first?
Yes, sure. Mr. Fink, was it I overheard?
You have excellent hearing, Mr. Bilk.
Huh.
Joram goes running out, and then a few moments later, after Gan,
How do you
Enjoy your pie.
Oh, the pie is pretty good.
It will be your last.
You put on a really good show.
he goes over and sits down at the other end of other end of the table and sees. You just sort of notices Widget putting a glass back.
Put the glass back.
There's enough food and drink on his table that he's picking at some others. He's eyeing over his shoulder though, making sure that Mortenzie and Samuel don't try to do something.
Oh no, Lucas. Sam is not retrained everything. Sam is still underpowered, but he's underpowered if we know we're talking.
Jorm, I guess everyone's settling down. Ugg actually reaches out.
You didn't have to defend me like that. I can take care of myself.
Have you seen that guy? He's huge.
And it's not a child.
He whoops you in the back of the head with the small arm.
Oh, angry baby, and he walks back to his table.
Are you sure you want to fight him? I can do it.
Well, do you want to go first? I mean, there won't be. There's healing in the middle. We both can fight him.
Mortenzie is fighting. Xorbinius demands it.
Jorm comes back in. Our master wants to know if you are up to this challenge.
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Xorbinius is sure. Xorbinius tells me so.
If you bring in your hammer, he's going to bring in his axe.
Yes, he should. He will need it.
All right, and we are trying to negotiate a non-lethal match, but things
No,
things-
Xorbinius demands otherwise.
things do get out of hand, and there will be penalties to Radimer and your own coin purse, an ability to equip you if this Minotaur dies.
Oh, sorry, what was the
There'll be a penalty to Radimer if the Minotaur dies.
If the Minotaur rages and has rage of death, that's the Minotaur's problem. And potentially Radimer's problem.
Do you understand, Mortenzie?
If he has the beast inside him, though, he may not be able to be put down without killing him.
Can we at least try?
I will talk with Xorbinius. He is very reasonable.
Gladiators, he says. He wanders around, goes up to Ugg, and Ugg's just really annoyed after Mortenzie's jokes and stepping in front of him. He doesn't like that his friends are like trying to rescue him from what he thought maybe he should have done. Master Fink wishes to know, Samuel, if you are willing to step into the ring in a pugilist match against a Minotaur.
Yeah, that sounds like as long as it's just for fun.
Accidents do happen, but there will be repercussions if either of you die. Repercussions that will likely affect all of us, given that Radimer's purse is our purse.
Okay.
Watch it. Turns out he's a swashbuckler.
His horns, right? The horns are a piercing weapon.
Actually, I did notice that there's a Myrmidon or something. There's a gladiator version of swashbuckler where your swashbuckler powers work with any performance weapon.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
I wanted to fight it.
Oh, I suppose you can. We might have to draw out the fights over the course of time. Of course, if you beat him, he will likely want a rematch. Well, I'm not sure how championship travels between gladiators in the pit of the Stone Bear. I'll go report to Radimer. We seem to have found the right fellow who is in the know, this Mr. Bilk.
Can you trust him?
I will let him know that the three of you are interested in fighting, whether or not we fight the Minotaur. Apparently there are other things that get dragged up from the north down here. Criminals and the like. Maybe even some war trophies of the dukes. Apparently the Duchy of Vade is at war with some northern tribes. And from the sounds of things, they may be having a hard time. Don't know much more. I've only been here as long as you have. Excuse me, gentlemen. Jorm goes back outside to talk with Radimer.
That guy is a thespian.
I don't think guys can be thespians.
They have to try really hard.
I was just shaking his head and returns to his own drink. Bortho's just quietly smiling at your jokes. He doesn't seem to mind. I wonder, as do I. My thoughts exactly. You hear the two men, the creepy men behind you. We could blame it. Yes.
What are they speaking?
Common, but they're saying very little between the two of them. It's almost like they're finishing each other's thoughts. And they're staring at your group.
You guys seem like you know what's going on around here. Is it a good idea for us to fight the Minotaur guy?
One of them fixes his glasses, and almost like 3 seconds later, the other one fixes his glasses.
Because...
Opposite hand, though.
Are they people?
Yep.
I mean, are they human?
Yep.
How did they get to be on this side of the wall?
There are humans here. They just the non-humans seem to be questioned at the gate as they were leaving the foreigner quarter.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're doing
I,
here.
No, I mean like all the other humans sort of got ushered to the north. They're still in the south.
They are still in the south, correct?
Yeah.
They seem to have their guns and their packs against the far wall, and they seem to be positioned in a way that they can see a lot of the inn.
So, aye.
They will do. Agreed. They both say it at the same time.
What are we doing now?
Would you like a little bit of work, friend?
All right. He takes a step back so he can kind of cross his eyes and look at both of them at the same freaking time.
The job's not hard.
When's the job?
Your group seems to easily aggravate. That's all we need.
No, that is Mortenzie who does that. Do not take my thunder.
Tell us about this Mortenzie. And they kick out a stool for you to sit down.
Ah, yes, like you. I hear them in my head. I hear him. Xorbinius, he tells me the truth of things.
They both slightly look at each other. They give each other a nod.
We're being signed up for a suicide mission.
Are you a slave? A servant? Subject? Can't be an imperial.
I am a slave of Radimer Fink and servant of Xorbinius.
He lets you keep things? You can own stuff?
Yes, I have a blanket now and some candles that smell like cinnamon. It's delightful. And I earned a gold piece today.
You notice one of them reach into a pouch. He holds it out. The other one grabs the drawstrings and pulls the drawstrings of the pouch. He kind of like feels the pouch and pops something out of it, like there might be more into the pouch. And a brilliant red, smooth stone bobbles onto the table. It's bloodstone. It's very valuable.
Pretty.
There's more of it there for you. All you got to do is lure someone out of their hiding.
Who is that? I am good at ferreting things out. I am like a rat or a cat who tracks the rat. Meow. Also like a hound.
He'll do, yes.
Is this something that's tonight? Someone's got a minotaur to punch in the dick tomorrow.
Oh no. Takes a few days to set up fights. You gotta let everyone know.
Oh yeah.
Drum up the interest. We can wait until after your friends fight.
So should I look like a tough guy, or should I kind of just look like a chump?
Doesn't matter. You're gonna have to help us with something. Lure a man out. Don't worry, you won't have to fight or do a thing.
Sense motive, I don't believe you. What's happening? Strangers and candy.
Well put,
That doesn't belong there. 28.
Yeah, if they wouldn't be paying gemstones if something wasn't.
I just need you to. Here's $20,000. Why don't you just carry this bag on the plane for me? You know, the guy on the other side. Just hand it to him. It'll be fine.
We'll come to you soon. Take us a few days to figure out where he is. And they just push the gem towards Mortenzie. You've got a 50 gold piece bloodstone.
Ooh, I'm gonna put that on my character sheet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna rub it in Roger's face. Look what I have.
Meanwhile, you're wearing magic items that are worth thousands.
Yeah.
No ranks in a praise.
Nemi's dropping truth bombs on you, Marty.
Truth bombs? Yeah. I wish the whispers showed up in the. Give me a second.
Like they popped up in a little bit more obvious place instead of like a little number 1 that's off to the side. Yeah.
Yep. I actually don't see anything. And if I refresh, I don't know what's going on with my whispers. The last whisper I've got is from Quinta.
Hmm.
I don't see Nemi's whispers. That is so weird. All right, whisper to Adam, and he'll do the hokey pokey to me.
Unless you're talking about me behind me.
Yeah.
In front of me.
Oh, there they are. Fuck.
Ah. On guard.
The answer is yes. Nemi. Cool. All right, so they coughed up some money to Mortenzie and seem to think that they have solved their problem. And apparently things don't move as quickly as you thought things would here. Radimer does come back inside. There's a big smile on Bilk's face as he goes wandering over to his table. And he goes up onto a seat and then is whispering into like directly into the Minotaur's ear.
Perception check, as I am like 3 feet from the freaking.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
I'm at their table. I joined their table.
Whispers, DC 25 perception check.
I could roll a 20, and then I would get exactly 25.
Nice.
I burp. It's
You were cleaning out your ear at the time. You're like, I got something in there. It's all waxy. Funny. All right. So Radimer's waving you over. This is Sam and Mortenzie. Our friend Mr. Bilk will arrange some fights for us. As well, the Minotaur will likely want fighting. We can, if necessary, use healing spells before matches. They seem to be a fan of one-on-one matches here. In fact, they do not do anything else. Do not defile the stone bear. That will make many locals angry.
Is it a statue?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a bear made out of stone, but like a, you know what I mean?
We'll find out, says Beric. Do any of you need anything while we're here? It may take time to gather up what we need for the fight. Which is a crowd. Soldiers are coming to and fro. They tend to schedule these things on military schedules and not the schedules of slaves and gladiators.
I could use some practice.
Okay, so Sam wants to train something?
Sam would like to retrain expert into rogue.
Okay. I know some of you have gear and magical things. You may want to take the time to sell and buy the things you need. I will not have any money, however, to contribute to such a cause until you've done fighting and winning.
Okay.
Joram will organize what it is that you need. We'll be staying here. Keep in mind that other gladiators also stay here, and he swiftly points towards the Minotaur. and that quarters are not very private.
That's okay. We're used to each other.
Okay. So, Joram has enough money, not for everyone to train, but for 5 people